¿Sabes cómo iba?
Ready. Mic test 1, 2, 3. All right, so just real quick, what are you guys doing and why?
We're getting ready to get on the bus, the Recovery Express. We are about 50 people starting out, but we're stopping in 8 cities along the way to Washington, D.C. This caravan represents the families who have gone through or are still facing foreclosure and who want to call on our leaders in Washington to do more than they've done, to make it possible that the banks are not just acting in a voluntary way when they will, if they will, but that they utilize the programs and guidelines that President Obama has put out in his program. Also that Congress go forward with bankruptcy reform, and that in every way the families, especially low-income and moderate-income families, are remembered and protected in the further legislation and policies that are done. We'll be traveling for 4 days. We're picking up a few more people when we get to Denver and in Kansas City, and we'll be arriving Monday night in Washington. We'll probably take a shower and hit the bed, but on Tuesday morning we have a public action right by our bus to make sure that if folks in Washington have not heard us before, they will hear us on Tuesday morning.
So what are you going to tell them? What do you want them to hear from you?
We're going to say that we think that the Senate will be acting on bankruptcy reform next week. We want them to pass it. It looks like a good policy they're looking at. We also want to be sure that it's made possible that the families that we represent, low-income, moderate-income families, are remembered as people who are good Americans, good citizens, and who are trying to do the right thing, and that the banks will work with them, not if they will, but when they will, right away.
You don't think it's enough to just sit here and hopefully something will happen, you're going out and...
No, our prayers always have feet. In this case, we've got wheels and a bus, but our voice will be heard. And we represent, in Pico, 1 million families nationwide. So we have the authority, we have the credibility to speak to the problem and to speak to the solutions.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.